somebody else. Okay. Always be yourself, my pretentious. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And that's okay. No, it's a straight on me. No need to send me the goddamn evil, you weird ass sack of shit. To the genuine ones, I actually hope all is well in your end. And I actually hope that you continue to find peace within regards to who gave up on you over the journey. You know, healing, trauma, and pain is not a race overnight process, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and today is currently September 14th, 2025. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Stop the violence in the community, stop the violence in the community. No, it hasn't changed though for me. It wasn't a trend when I said stop the violence in the community. How folks would try to line you up doing things for a trend. Only was to hold on 1 second. They was the main one being the hater. They ain't want to see the next person elevate. They rather take food out the next person's mouth. At the end, they should have potential. Knew how to be authentic. Hold on 1 second. It bothered their mental health. No, this type of stuff actually happens. How folks be playing the race card behind closed doors. You be so surprised. They be projecting spell work in a toxic way. Only was to hold on 1 second. God saw what they was doing behind closed doors. No, that's a trick though for me. How someone didn't have to pretend to be authentic. Someone had a future before they self at the end of the day. They was stepping with God. They didn't have to worship the devil. Their soul was never for sale when they understood they riddle. You know, that remedy of God's flow. Their heart act never switched up at the end of the day being comfortable in their own skin. You know, you got folks in different tax bracket. See someone with potential at the end of the day. Someone wasn't trying to lose focus because, hold on 1 second, the devil tried to test them. The enemy tried to stop them. But hold on 1 second, how may not make sense to the average person? But never give up on yourself when I say that respectfully. And especially when folks in the background playing what's spoken in a toxic way, sending you the evil lie. The devil's a lie, the devil's a lie, neighbor, the devil's a lie, the devil's a lie, neighbor. No, that's a trick though for me. I'm not your genuine perspective. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Always be yourself. It's not a crime to be authentic. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Entertainment purposes only. Now, it's a trick on me, goddamn. My cousin might ask, okay. You ever mind your business, mind your business? And one of your family members or someone you care about decide to say, hey, come outside with me today. Ever tricked over me. They was decided to do a driving test or whatever case may be today. So you know what? You ain't doing too much. Besides, you know what? Okay, I'm going to sit in the back and seat of someone's car. No, ever tricked over me. I hope you pass, son of a bitch. I hope you pass. Why this motherfucker getting instructor that don't speak no lick of English? No, ever tricked over me. You know, when you tell someone your first language is English at the end of the day, how can you forget that? No, it's a trick over me. This son of a bitch gonna say, you know what? I don't have an instructor that speak English. No, it's a trick over me. You know the driving school is called English First? No, it's a trick over me. What the fuck? I never saw no shit like this. No, for real. You went to an instructing school that is called English First, and only get an instructor that doesn't speak English, your first language, and that's what you put on your application? Oh, they was trying to shortchange your mental health. I'm ready for the ride. Yup. I never saw a driving test and they be so dysfunctional. Why are these two idiots going back and forth with their phones and exchanging words in the day? It was so brilliant. No, for real, because you're not supposed to be driving and on the phone. Hello? And I wasn't supposed to participate. No, they changed on me. Because you're on a road test. Hello? No, bro. This motherfucker gets to the destination. They supposed to be parking or whatever case may be. Parallel parking. The instructor is trying to instruct. By instructing them, they don't know no lick of English. They just looking like, can you help me? Who? Me? You're not paying me enough. And the check on me. I don't need a therapist. You do. No, the check on me. You know, you wasn't trying to be petty or whatever case may be. But you wasn't getting paid. You was just told to ride along. The shade on me. We wasn't on the same page. Hello? Are you putting a couple of dollars in my pocket? Because this sounds like a job. Hello? What the fuck wrong with these people? No, but real. You ever been that one friend or whatever the case may be that, you know, speak multiple languages or whatever the case may be? And then you realize at the end of the day, oh, y'all gonna have to charge me today. Because, I didn't sign up for this. No. But I'ma watch. No, I want to see how this actually is going to end. No, the trade over me. Only the rest, you know what? God was truly on my friend's side, my family member's side, my acquaintance side, whatever it is. God was on their side today. I never saw someone be so dysfunctional at the end of the day and so frustrated at the same time because they couldn't understand English and who got along. Someone still passed the test. The motherfucker gonna say, please don't tell on us. No, it's a trade on me. I'm not age respect. And my conscience, everybody. It's the same purpose only. Always be yourself, my intentions. I'm far from a racist type of person. And I'm far from a hater regardless of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age. Always be yourself. No one's the part was God's love. 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 You know, when God is truly stepping for you, it wasn't an issue. You understood that tissue, understanding it tears the end of the day. Because God was truly showing you the motivation, the strength that God endured within you, overcoming obstacles they would never understand. That hold on one second, I couldn't sell my soul because I had to keep it real. The energy is different. I knew how to respect my neighbor even when they was pretending. They act like they truly was invested into me at the end of the day, but I still knew I was worthy. I wasn't trying to get lost in someone's trap at the end of the day. They said I was mostly unstable. Hold on one second, dysfunctional, slow, stupid, and retarded, but hold on one second, I was truly comfortable in my skin. To love myself, not to dim my light. To love myself, not to dim my light. Thank you, God, for giving me a vision they can relate to is confidence. I bother certain folks' mental health. When it comes to the next chapter, they would never understand I didn't have to pretend to be authentic. I had folks' energy harvesting off my energy, playing with spoken in a toxic way, only was to hold on 1 second. I was never in competition with my enemy. No, they had to change for me. I wasn't the enemy, though. No. They chose me as their enemy. The devil tried to stop me, but God showed me that I was truly stable to overcome that obstacle, not to lose myself, because God gave me the strength to speak up for myself, even when they had a group of people that was over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, over 20, 30, 40 people. At the end of the day, they mad at tax with their bad habits. They wanted to kick me down to see me frown. They trying to ruin my reputation. Only was to hold on 1 second. God allowed me to see why I was truly proud. I love myself, not to dim my light. I love myself, not to dim my light. I love myself, not to dim my light. I was capable and willing to love me. You know, individuals would try to project their insecurities on you. But that light they can't get in tune with, that was God's flow. At the end of the day, being authentic. You got folks throwing beauty magic right to left. But hold on 1 second, insecurity didn't live in your bloodline. You didn't have the same blood type as your neighbor. At the end of the day, you prayed for the most healthiest way. But they couldn't stay in a lane at the end of the day. But God truly showed you who truly wasn't for you when he was truly pretending. You know that neighbor that you said thank you, thank you. At the end of the day, they saw up and down. You thought you was better than somebody, but that was never the case because you wasn't trying to catch one. You just knew how to respect your neighbor. Even when he was behind closed doors, God didn't tell a lie when you actually prayed to go within. You know, because, hold on 1 second. You know that day that you prayed to ask God to reveal the devil on the enemy? Show me who's truly not for me at the end of the day so I won't lose me. Show me it's okay that I stand up for myself. Show me the strength that I'm going to be okay at the end of the day, regardless who's truly supporting me. I know I'm my biggest cheerleader at the end of the day, but one day someone's going to see walk into my life not to pretend to be me. No, it's a trade over me, because every time somebody come in my goddamn life, they try to be like me. What's wrong with these people? It's one thing being inspired, but be your own self when it comes to your remedy, loving yourself. If you have an identity crisis, I truly pray for you that you find your chain of thought when you look in the mirror to actually love yourself. And I say that respectfully, because this type of stuff happens every single day. How men and women, it doesn't matter how old they are nowadays, how folks stop loving themselves, or folks get lost in certain chapters in their life because of a job, a relationship, or because of manipulation. Someone projected spoke on someone, and someone forgets who they are, or someone doesn't know who they are. Because of depression, anxiety, PTSD, you put a name to your book. Someone loses a family member. Someone loses a loved one. And they forget who they are. Or they forget to know how to love themselves. Or they don't know how to love themselves. And then they get around certain people at the end of the day. But you only could be yourself. And no need to pretend. And I truly hope that you find yourself, and I say it respectfully. My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. I'm not here genuine love respect. I'm still healing from a hate crime. Someone projected spell work towards me. And one thing I'm far from is a hater, and I say it respectfully. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstand day regards to who has me shadow banned or sending me the evil lie or projecting spell work towards me good day, bad day, or misunderstand day regards to your tax bracket. I know how to give respect when it's due. I know how to give my neighbor flowers when it's due. Regardless of what I'm going through at the end of the day, I never had to switch up to having a good heart. Regardless of what I've been through in my journeys at the end of the day. You know, folks that's truly for you, when God sends them into your life, regardless they came from poverty and pain or not, they're not coming into your life having a jealousy and envy mindset. They're not coming into your life giving you the evil eye. They're not coming into your life to kick you down or project a mindset of having a hate train towards you. You know, motivation is different when you have the right people in your life at the end of the day. And I say it respectfully, they're not gathering with folks that project spoke on you good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I know how to respect my neighbor with no misintentions. I know how to respect my neighbor, no misintentions. I know how to respect my neighbor, no misintentions. I ain't gonna send my neighbor the evil lie. Cause the devil is a lie, the devil is a lie, the devil is a lie, the devil is a lie. They said you act in your corner, you were nobody. That was the most humblest thing that you thought you could do to me at the end of the day. Because I never lost me at the end of the day. You sent spell work in a toxic way. You projecting your insecurities. When it came to your third-party conversation, you didn't want to see me woke when it comes to growth. You want to be in the mindset of being my shoe size, but hold on 1 second, God, then tell a lie. When God was showing me the strategy and motivation is different. I understood the goal within, understand, hold on 1 second. I wasn't on my neighbor's time, and at the end of the day, being authentic. Because I was willing to choose myself not to overlook me because you made a mistake. You didn't know how to love yourself, understand self-control, to stay in your lane. When it comes to discipline, at the end of the day, I bothered your mental health because I understood balance in my smell when God was showing me how. God was protecting my mental health. I wasn't trying to lose myself. I knew how to weather for something that you couldn't relate to that's going within. I was far from a hater, didn't have to pretend to respect my neighbor when you didn't want to see me grow. Always be yourself, and I say it respectfully. I'm not your genuine love respect, and I would never hurt myself. You know, gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views. Individuals will paint you out to be mentally unstable. They were willing to use your documentations against you because of their tax bracket or because they're able to control the narrative of your life at the end of the day. Because nobody's going to believe you because people are already painting you out to be somebody that's mentally unstable. Or someone will act like they're giving you a documentation to sign and it's supposed to be one thing, but hold on 1 second, it was nothing but manipulation. Or someone will come into your life to just project spell work on you or energy harvest off your energy or try to blackmail you against you to rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, or financially, or even project a hate crime towards you. Anything that I ever experienced in my life at the end of the day that I ever shared, it actually happened. And one thing I ain't gotta do is run for myself when I was keeping it real. How individuals will go to your past or people that you used to know in certain chapters of your life, that's not a part of your chapter today. And they will pay people to try to humiliate you because folks are doing it for likes and views because they're in certain situations that they need a couple of dollars and they would do it for likes and views of clout chasing or fame. Days when you poured into someone that when they couldn't see or respect themselves or let alone love themselves, those very same people try to blackmail you against you and realize that, hold on 1 second, you was truly a good person, but I overlooked you. How this type of stuff actually happens. Or because someone wants to ruin your reputation, try to discourage you. One thing you never had to do was run from your past, regardless if it was a lie or not. I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding, and I say that respectfully. Being yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. You know, racism is real. It doesn't matter about someone's culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age. How someone would feel that you want their spot, but that was never the case. Who's for you is for you. And who's for me is for me at the end of the day. It's no reason to say, oh, I don't want this person to get my spot when that person never wanted your position at the end of the day. Like that's someone that's coming on a job site at the end of the day and the job title is open. Someone may have more experience than you or someone may have more qualification than you at the end of the day. And they wasn't there to take your spot. But evidently they got the job. And because they got the job, you decide to send them spell work. You decide to gang stalk them. You decide to project spell work on them. You decide to energy harvest off their energy. And then you have a group chat with about this person in the day to ruin this person's reputation. For folks to project a hate crime to bring, but to kick somebody down for someone to have a mindset for them to live in fear. How this type of stuff actually happens. My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. You know, loving yourself is not a crime. And when you love yourself and it's authentic, individuals, regardless they have more than you or not at the end of the day, will try to discourage you, project fear in you, even send spell work towards you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, just to kick you down, rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, or financially, or even make you homeless. Because they say, you know what? Nobody cares about this person. Nobody's going to hear this person. How this type of stuff actually happens. My content is not for everyone. How you would send spell work when it comes to someone's finances. How you would send spell work when it comes to someone's love life. How you would send spell work so someone won't see their beauty within them. How someone will look in the mirror, you want them to see that they look ugly. When a person's not even having that mindset when it comes to you. But then you sit there and say they mentally unstable. But then you sit there and energy harvest on someone's energy, or you gang stalk them. But you sit there and say that the person that's not bothering you, that's not projecting spoke on you or doing anything to you in no shape or form, or anybody that you know at the end of the day, besides speaking up for themselves when someone took someone's kindness or weakness. But you sit there and say they mentally unstable, it tells a lot about your character traits. My content is not for everyone. How individuals dead ass be paying people just to gang stalk somebody, don't matter someone's tax bracket. How someone will send someone chaos, confusion, spell and rain in front of their door or different doors, or whatever the case may be, so someone could be mentally unstable. How someone projects spoke on someone so someone could lose weight or gain weight, or they do beauty magic, or they cast different spells for someone to lose their hair, or they do all these weird type of bull crap at the end of the day. And that innocent person never had a dibble and dabble with spoke, not even one day. You wanted someone to be in a mindset of living in fear because the last person that you ran off, the last person that you probably hurt, the last person that you probably took to their free will, they wasn't able to tell their story. How this type of stuff actually happens. No mother or father or loved one should lose a child because someone has jealousy, hate, or envy in their vein. It doesn't matter about someone's tax bracket, culture, religion, or sexual orientation. You feel like someone's a popular loner, nobody's going to show up for them or hear them or respect them at the end of the day. Just because you think someone's a popular loner at the end of the day, someone loves them. And when that's a child of God at the end of the day, and when their ancestors actually love them at the end of the day, that love hits different. And when that baby cries, regardless how old that child is at the end of the day, that energy is different. And that child wasn't doing it for likes and views or clout chasing or fame when God was actually picking him up in the most healthiest way. Because God was never for sell likes and views or clout chasing. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. But it will bother someone's mental health that's having an identity crisis, that don't know how to love themselves, someone that's a big bully and a mean girl, or a dude at the end of the day that has a mindset of having jealousy, hate, and envy towards somebody. Or a woman at the end of the day that doesn't understand self-control when it comes to discipline because of the fact that, hold on 1 second, I don't want someone to outdo me better than me when it was never a competition. How folks really have this mindset, regardless of male or female at the end of the day. My content is not for everyone. It's not. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, jealousy, envy, and hate is not in their bloodline. And I say that respectfully. They're not trying to outdo you better than you. They got their own remedy going on within them. Even if they either healing, they in their own little spirituality, whatever the case may be, they in their own healing journey, they know how to respect their neighbor. And I say that respectfully. Because everybody's in different parts of their healing journey. Everybody's on the same tax bracket, or let alone spiritual journey. They're not. And it's not I outdo you better than you, neighbor. It's I respect my neighbor. You're not for me. Thank you. No, thank you. Have a good day. There's no need to send someone the evil eye, send someone spoiled because you lack self-control when it comes to discipline. My content is not for everyone. When God sends the right people into your life, respect's a two-way street. And I say that respectfully. No mother or father or loved one should lose a child because someone lacks self-control when it comes to discipline, because someone is insecure, someone has jealousy and envy and an animosity because they don't want someone to elevate. They don't like the fact that someone is more gifted than them. They don't like the fact that someone is truly spiritually more than them. And they don't have to dibble and dabble with sport. Someone actually knows how to be authentic, and they don't got to be somebody truly not at the end of the day. And that's authentic. When someone just knows how to be themselves. It's individuals that don't like that because they're having their own personal issues within. It's not a crime to be yourself. And I say that respectfully. Just because you don't know how to be authentic, that does not mean send someone the evil eye. That does not mean go to this practitioner, go to that witch, that warlock, that hood witch, or whatever the case may be, or that Tory, that karmic, to project spell on somebody. It's a shame of thought for me. Because the same token too, you wouldn't want someone to project it on your child or someone that you love and care about. Because it's somebody in your life that you care and love. Or let alone, you wouldn't want someone to project that on you. I don't mean no disrespect, but I'm far from a hater, and I do not worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstand day, regardless of my sexual orientation. I'm still healing from a hate crime. And why I say it's a hate crime at the end of the day, because when you live in a spiritual world at the end of the day, and someone projects spell towards you, and you don't have to do anything to them, that's what it's called. People pick and choose who could talk about God. People pick and choose who could talk about spirituality. People pick and choose who could talk about violence, hate crime, discrimination, domestic violence, narcotics. How individuals will hack your devices, your emails, your accounts, have you shadow banned or whatever the case may be because they have lack of self-control. They have jealousy and envy. They have attention and they try to kick you down and discourage you at the end of the day. They want you to be in a mindset at the end of the day, nobody's watching you, nobody hears you. And they try to paint you the mentally unstable. I never gave nobody permission to use my creativity as their own. I never gave nobody permission to be part of nobody's contract. Regardless, you try to blackmail me or not at the end of the day. God saw everything. And I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself when someone gave up on you over during your journey. You are loved and respected by all the right people that's truly for you at the end of the day. How folks who do come to me spells, project spoke in a toxic way. You know, when God reveals the enemy alone, the devil, people thought they had the last laugh. They playing with spoke, the energy harvest off your energy. But God reveals everything when you least expect it. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstand day, regardless of what environment that I'm in, what community I'm in at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself or my neighbors, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I'm far from a hater. I love to talk about love. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. Imagine realizing at the end of the day, those pointless conversations only became something so genuine. Someone truly so fine, someone so, wow, hold on 1 second. Someone actually truly know how to value your time. Someone sees you, hears you when it comes to your future. You know, this part of your chapter, at the end of the day, someone was trying to fumble you. Someone was truly trying to get to know you. You know, switching that wasn't part of their vocabulary. The unconditional love is different. Someone didn't have to play with spoilwork to get your time and day. It wasn't lust, it was real love. Who would have knew that true love was a competition? Someone truly actually showing you at the end of the day, they can fulfill those shoes when it comes to maintaining your smile. You know, someone that had to get physical to put their hands on you. They wasn't trying to shortchange your mental health or shortchange you hold on 1 second, another day of your heartbeat. Someone truly brought you the proper balance, bringing peace into your life, truly making you emotionally available. You know, they wasn't projecting insecurities on you. Someone truly allows you to feel why you truly woke. The handles is different. You know, you almost gave up in the love department. Only whereas your boundaries is different when it comes to hold on 1 second, being emotionally available, pouring into you. That unconditional love, someone truly just brought you balance. The hand is different. You prayed to go within, and who would have knew that God allowed you to see what that testimony looks like today? You know, because finally, not only does someone see you to respect you, but someone is truly cheering you on if they disrespect you. Up close with the person behind closed doors, they switched it up, hold on 1 second, wasn't part of both of y'all vocabulary. Y'all was acting the same way up close in person behind closed doors, didn't have to have a hand problem to do each other wrong. Someone finally maintaining your smile. The world would never understand at the end of the day, the love of your life wasn't trying to see you frown. Someone knew how to fix your crown, days when you couldn't see. Who would have knew that God allowed you to see while someone who is capable and able to pray for you, not against you? Who would have knew? Y'all both on the same page. Y'all may not pray the same, but who would have knew that true love wasn't complicated? Even when you get lost in your words, someone's trying to kick you down and discourage you. Someone laughing at your corny jokes. The energy is different. Someone truly showed that you was truly woke. It wasn't a dream. It wasn't a nightmare. It was your reality. True love was fair. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. You finally said I do to the right person. Everybody's not ready for a baby carriage, let alone marriage at the end of the day. But it went from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just because moments. Someone truly brought you peace into your life. The hand is different. How the love of your life wasn't a mistake, because someone truly knew how to treat you right. Someone truly finally pouring into you, meeting each other halfway when it comes to common sense. It became a 1-2 step at the end of the day. Who would have knew that God allowed you to see your future was truly true? Divine timing actually works. Only rest the hold on 1 second. You may not be spiritual, you may not be into religion, but everybody's walk of life ain't the same. But who would have knew that God would truly allow you to feel why things would change? You know, your life changed for the better when you least expected. The love of your life truly knew how to pray, not against you. And on 1 second, even on your rainy days. They wasn't praying against you, they was praying for you. Only rest the hold on 1 second, your future truly became real. Only for someone to be faithful to you. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstand day, regardless of trying to blackmail me against me. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone, and I say that respectfully, and I always have since day one. Nobody ever took participation when it comes to my creativity. And I say that respectfully. I'm not your genuine respect, and gang stalking is real. You don't have to know somebody or not for someone to gang stalk you or try to rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, or financially, or even try to energy harvest off your energy, or project spell work on you, or even try to destiny swipe at you at the end of the day, or even send you the evil lie. And I say that respectfully. Never allow a man or a woman at the end of the day to project fear in you because of the fact they tags bracket or they have a community that's behind them because they took your kindness so because they was willing to disrespect you at any cost at the end of the day. When you never had to hurt them, disrespect them, or send them an evil lie. Never allow someone to make you feel like your voice doesn't matter, and I say it respectfully. Gang stalking is real, and I say it respectfully. They will hack your devices, they control your calls, they tamper with your emails, they control who and who can't see your content or your emails or whatever the case may be, or they even try to blackmail you as you participate in a conversation that you never was. They even tamper with your mail. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. How this type of stuff actually happens when it comes to gang stalking. My content is not for everybody. They even will poison your food, your drinks at the end of the day. You put a name in your book. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. But I'm not using no respect, and I would never hurt myself. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. We're not the same name, I'm far from a hater. I don't wish the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend, you matter, you're worthy. I'm not your genuine respect. When it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God, and I do not wish the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. When genuine people come into your life, regardless if they had a bad upbringing or they didn't have the proper love or emotional support, whatever the case may be, not everybody's the same. There's individuals that went through some tough times, but they heart never changed. And I say that respectfully. They didn't become the bully. They actually don't respect their neighbor. And they have the sense of one evil lie or project spell towards somebody because we're all not the same. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and there's still decent men and women in this world at the end of the day. They don't just pick and choose who they want to deal with at the end of the day. They know how to respect their neighbor. And when they know somebody's not for them at the end of the day, they just know how to stay in their lane. Thank you, no thank you. And when God reveals the devil or the enemy to them at the end of the day, they just stay 6 feet apart. They don't condone certain conversations because, hold on one second. God allowed them to feel that, hold on one second, I'm not going to allow you to break your heart. Always be yourself. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. There are decent men out here and women, regardless of how old they are, that knows how to protect their brother, their sister, that knows how to protect a stranger at the end of the day with no misintentions, and that's not looking for a couple of dollars at the end of the day just to protect their neighbor or respect their neighbor. We are all not the same. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everybody. You could disrespect me all day. Any negative energy, I call my energy back. Any negativity you trying to project on me or send me spell work in a toxic way or send me the evil, whatever the case may be, turn back to sender. I sure hope that you find peace within. I'm not using no respect. And all I was just doing is being myself. You know, when you are an entrepreneur now at the end of the day, never allow someone to discourage you because of your culture. It's not, I'll do the next race better than the next race. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Because the people that's for you is going to show up for you. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. And I've been saying that since day one. You're not for me, that's okay. I actually hope that you find peace within. But there's someone else entertainment, someone else to go find at the end of the day. Because I'm not for you. Because the genuine ones that truly for me at the end of the day are special two-way street. Just because someone gave up on you, overlooked you during your journey, they don't love you, protect you, or love you, respect you, you're mad and you're worthy. Healing, trauma, and pain is not a race overnight process. Today is currently September 14th, 2025. Always be yourself. When it comes to my creativity, I'll work alone. No third-party involvement. Jealousy and envy and hate is really real. I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding in regards to who hacked my devices, my accounts, my emails, tampered with my phones, or who's tampered with my mail, or whatever the case may be. And I'm far from delusional at the end of the day. If you didn't do it, I'm not talking about you. It's a train of thought for me. If you know you didn't do something to me, it's no mean to make an assumption. It's no need to put yourself in those shoes at the end of the day if you know you didn't do that to me. It's a train of thought for me. What I experience is what I experience. If it wasn't you, it wasn't you. It's a train of thought for me. My content is not for everybody. Just like you didn't send me spell work, but someone that you probably knew did. Or someone that you don't even know probably did. But I didn't say it was you. How people make an assumption because a little birdie decides to put something in their ear at the end of the day. It's a train of thought for me. How the simple stuff actually happens. But people talk about they act and they age or whatever case may be, but they act in their shoe size. If someone didn't say your name, put an address to the book at the end of the day, it wasn't you. And if you know you didn't do it, why would you put yourself in assumption if you know it wasn't you? A guilty conscience is a train of thought for me. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. You know, regardless if you're a content creator or not, never allow someone to discourage you. Regardless to how long you've been an entrepreneur or not. Or regardless to if you decide to go to school or not. And I mean as an adult. And if you are in school right now, never allow someone to bully you out of you want to change your life. Or you want to grow to become your best self vision of yourself when it comes to elevation. You may pray differently. You may wear your hair differently. You may wear a hair tie on your head. But you are beautiful and you are worthy and you matter. Never allow someone to bully you out of your shoes when it comes to maturing and becoming your best self vision of yourself when it comes to elevation. You may not have the flyers gear at the end of the day. You may not have the cool kids sitting at the table with you. But always remember at the end of the day, you always be the cool kid when you actually love you. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. No mother or father or loved one should lose a child because someone is sending a child or their family member or the evil lie or projecting spell or trying to project a hate crime towards somebody because of jealousy, hate, or envy. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my creativity is not for everybody. Peace and respect, some respect, some neighbors, some you better run on them, you like God, go on them, but never on them, you like stop the violence. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Stop the violence in the community. Stop the violence in the community. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not a crime to be authentic. Never allow someone to bully you out of you regardless of how old they are. And especially when they have malicious intentions. And you're not wrong for speaking up for yourself. Because people pick and choose when it's time for justice. I don't run from my past at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully, regardless of allowing that at the end of the day. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And I love myself. And I would never hurt myself.